Welcome to the heart of Wamly Projects. Think of a project as a vacancy. The reason why Wamly does not call it a vacancy is because you can use our projects for various different use cases. Some clients set up projects for exit interviews. Some clients set up projects for succession purposes or engagement surveys. If you're more curious about that, please reach out to us. But basically, projects will show you all the projects that have been set up across your Wamly platform. What department they belong to, who created the project, what was the start and end date, how many applications came through, who completed the video interview, the particular link, the unique URL of every project, and whether this project is still active, inactive, or in draft. So if I filter on only the active projects, I can then see my active projects or my active vacancies. From here, I can go into the particular project and I can go and see what happened inside the project. More on this later. Let's set up a project together. If you've managed to follow the other videos here on the left-hand side, what's really important before you set up a project is that you navigate to the template section. More on this in the other videos. Because once templates have been set up, launching a project is a couple of minutes and a few clicks of buttons. I will simply say add new, and Wamly is carefully going to navigate me through all the steps required to launch a project. So you'll give your project a name. You'll link your project to a particular department. You can give it a description, pick an intro video, and then decide if this project has got a start and an end date, or whether it is an open project and therefore does not have an end date. From there, you'll configure the mails. So select the email template to be used when inviting candidates, and we've got custom templates or the Wamly default templates. More on templates in the template video under email templates. Once you've selected that, you could also specify if the candidate wants to email back, to what email address they should send that back. Wamly will always paste the default email address of the user that is logged in currently. Once that's been set up, you can now configure your panel. Now, this is really important, and this is where process comes into your thinking and your design of your vacancy. If you are in HR, and you want to be the only rater first for now, you would simply just pick yourself. So if I go there and I tick Francois, I'm the only panel member for now. If you, however, want to assign the line managers immediately with you, you can do that as well. And then you can use the statuses to decide and trigger when the line managers can view the candidates by assigning an automation in terms of visibility to the rater. More on that if you navigate back to my organization and you go and watch the statuses video. You're also able to blur a candidate from raters. You can display or not display the skills test results. You can hide the candidate information from raters. You can hide the psychometric evaluation results as well as the background check results if you're using those features. You can decide whether to notify or not notify administrators and raters, and you can also allow raters to change candidate status or not. What is quite cool is from a gamification perspective, you can decide whether other raters' comments and scores should show up once particular raters have completed their rating. So that again there can be set up either never, after submitting a rating, after submitting an overall score, or always. Once the panel has been set up, you will move over to statuses. The default statuses that you selected under the My Organization section will appear here. Now, per vacancy, you're able to move the order and the sequence of the status and decide if you want to automatically perform an assignment of raters to that particular status. For example, all candidates that come in will be given the initial status of none, and they are visible at this moment to all raters. But you can change this to say, only show me, the administrator, the candidates that come in first, not the rest of the panel. But the moment you mark them as brilliant, you can then display them to the rest of the panel members. And that is how you can craft and create a sequence of automations that help you curate your journey by applying and using statuses. Psychometric assessments, if enabled, if you have the permission, you can set up here. There'll be a specific individual video on assessments as well as background checks. You'll pick your form. Remember, here on the left-hand side, there was a template section called forms. Those forms will display here, and you're able to simply select the form that you want. Same with skills test. Do you want to include skills test in the candidate journey, yes or no? If yes, what skills test? And your skills test headings will show, and you'll pick a skills test. You can preview that skills test. You can randomize the questions. And you can auto reject if a candidate fails the skills test. This is really important if you are hiring for a very technical role and you set auto reject on, and I do not pass the results or the pass mark of the skills test, the candidate gets an automatic rejection. Their application is finished and they don't even do and answer the video interview questions. So again, from a funneling perspective, you're able to set that up so that you automatically knock out candidates who don't pass your skills test. And then lastly, you'll pick your interview guide template. Once again, all the interview guides will come up. You can create an interview guide on the fly. By doing this, this will not create a template out of these questions. You are simply just adding the questions right here on the fly. Or you can go and pick a particular template. It will pull through the questions, and now you again have a chance to edit and tweak these questions, and this will then not influence your template. So if you have a basic template of questions, but there are one or two nuances or changes that you want to make, you can add questions or you can edit and change some of the questions. Once you are happy, you will then be able to say here at the bottom right, create. Once you say create, the project is now set up, but it is in draft. So I just want to go back and I want to go and change the name. Wamly will not allow you to set up projects with the exact same name. So let me do that. And the project is set up in draft. Once the project is set up in draft, you can now add your candidates, or you can share a link on the particular project if you want to invite candidates. More of that in how to maintain your projects in that video. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you would like to know more, please contact our support center or your dedicated account manager. If not, I'll see you in the next video.